Please, thank you for having me. Apologies for being late. I've been rambling to an empty screen, but that's helped alleviate my nerves. I'm so sorry. Yes, I am terribly nervous, but I do know what I'm talking about. My name's Vicky O'Connor. I have started Seven Ladies Empowerment purely because it's come to me intuitively. I don't honestly know where from, but I've been getting intuiting a lot of messages that I usually between the hours of midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning, which I've been scribbling down for a couple of years now, and I've put them into an online course that I'm just about to launch. But the Seven Ladies came about because I'm one of three sisters, sorry. I have a gorgeous mother, two female cousins and an aunt, and that's seven of us. And we have been going away together. Started off as a yearly thing just to get away from the hassles of, little children and things. But now as our kids have got older, we've increased it to twice a year. And we go and we don't really know that's what's been happening, but we've been counselling one another. We've been hearing each other's stories, each other's stresses, just chatting as women do, which is really a form of therapy. And that's what women used to do eons ago when we lived in commune together. And that we called ourselves the Seven Ladies as a little bit of a laugh. But I really like the meaning behind it because it means something to me. It just conveys what I want the women together, and the empowerment is obvious. I'm all about empowering women from the inside out so that we can and will bring about peaceful but profound change to the world, one woman at a time. Our world is still overly and very patriarchal. There's no way we can change that by force. It's not in our nature to do that. We do it by empowering ourselves, as in believing in ourselves, being about the self, which is selfish. Selfish is not a bad word. It's been given bad connotations. But if we become about the self, about us, and honouring our needs, speaking our truths, we raise the vibration of the world because we raise our vibration. And I'll give you an example of that. When you walk into a room, women do this intuitively because that's how we are, but all humans do it. Babies do it. Babies live intuitively. We read the energy, and whether we know we're doing it or not, that's how our whole lives are. We feel and intuit energy on a subconscious level. We don't necessarily consciously know we're doing it, but that's how we all work. And women especially have that heightened sense of being able to feel, if you've walked into a room, that there's been an argument, if there's been tension, a fight. Conversely, if it's been a happy place, you feel the energy before anybody speaks or says anything. That energy we all carry, and the energy, we are constantly absorbing and putting out energy according to how we feel on the inside. And as women, we've been, and I'm not man bashing, I'm not a man, I can't speak for men, so I can only speak for my experience and what I've come to learn. By empowering ourselves and raising our vibration, we put out a higher energy. If you don't want to use the word vibration, that's fine, but we put out a higher energy, and that goes out into the world. And we have control of that energy, of what we're putting out. And if you've been brought up in a world where you've been told by external forces, the world, your family, that you're not good enough, you never have been, you're wrong, you're just not right, you will internalize that, and that will be your core energy. That it will be an energy of not good enough, and then you will attract experiences of that will reinforce that for you. If we can turn that around and do that from a core of, what, I am worthy enough. It doesn't matter what other external people think of me. Just by being here, I'm okay. I am worthy. I'm deserving of respect. I am powerful, a powerful woman, and women are creative. They have the creative energy to create things, whether it be birth, physical birth, creating ideas, creating project, anything. It's creative energy. We are inherently worthy just because we are here. No one's opinion of you or your experiences make you worthy or less worthy. You just are, and you just are perfect the way you are. We've been told that women are to be judged on our physicalness only, that we've got nothing other to offer other than physical appearance. That's not the case. We are really, really powerful, worthy beings. Other people's opinions of us don't change that worthiness one scrap. We just are worthy because we're here. And if we can acknowledge our own inner power, raise that vibration by being, I call it, about the self, selfish. It's not a bad word. If we can fill our cup with what lights us up, what makes us shine. If we can, most people have got a passion of some kind. And it doesn't have to be world-changing. If it can be being a fabulous cook, being a fabulous whatever it is, but it doesn't have to be a massive thing. It can be just what you love to do, that you would do for free, or that is your hobby that you would love to do all day, every day. That's your bliss. Do that, and that lights you up. That raises your vibration, and that flows out into the world. So I like to say you're actually obliged to help the sisterhood by being selfish, because you contribute, your energy, your vibration contributes to the world. And then if you've got sisters around you, not biological or otherwise, I mean collectively sister women, if you can put out a vibration, put out energy, put out positive, loving thoughts to the collective, the world, we all feel it. We all walk through it every day in the street, in our workplaces. And if there's a sister there who just hasn't quite got it in her at the moment, she's being bashed around by life circumstances, she can tap into that. She can feel it just a little bit. And if we put that out there, they can tap into it and just raise their out vibration a little bit and be. And that's how we can change, make profound change to the world, because one woman at a time going, you know what, I am worthy. I'm not putting up with this rubbish anymore. I'm going to speak my truth, which is absolutely fundamentally important. Speak your truth. Honour yourself. Don't diminish yourself. That's another thing. When coming to sit here this morning, is there bits of hair sticking out? Is it, what will I wear? Who cares? Does it really matter what I look like to impart a message? We've been indoctrinated that we have to, because it lines people's pockets, we've been indoctrinated to be all about the appearance, not what you're saying or whether it's worthy or interesting or if you don't look right, we're not going to take any notice of you. And that is so wrong and just ridiculous. If we can accept ourselves, warts and all, in our weirdness and all. Lord knows I do some weird things that are not in my head, but they're a bit of obsessive compulsive, but nobody knows, it's not hurting anybody. If we accept ourselves in our weirdness, our greatness, all our little quirks, all our, supposedly wrong physical bits on our bodies or whatever, we go, you know what, I am okay. I don't have to dress for anybody else. I don't have to appear for anybody else. What I do for me and me alone. Your vibration goes through the roof. We all feel it. It flows on. You feel good. Other people feel good around you. And we've been indoctrinated that you must look this way. There's 7 billion people in the world. 3.5 billion are women. We can't all be supermodels. And even those beautiful women are airbrushed and photoshopped. And so that there is no ideal. We just are what we are. And that is okay. It is perfectly okay. And can you imagine going out into the world in the morning knowing nobody is going to judge you, that you're not going to judge yourself, nobody is going to judge you. Could you imagine if we give each other the gift of that I'm rocking this, green and purple striped jumpsuit. I want to wear this. I don't care what you think. This lights me up. I love wearing it, or I love doing whatever it is I'm going to do to light me up. Can you imagine the flow-on positive effect of that, of self-acceptance? I'm doing whatever I'm doing for me. Matching bra and undies makes you feel fab. Just like close your eyes. I am okay. So I'm self-acceptant. Then you go out into the world feeling great, passing on the vibration and the good vibes, and then the women and the sisters you meet in your life, and men, they all feel it too, but I'm talking about women. You give them the gift of, you know what, you do your way. My opinion, you don't need my opinion. You don't need anything for me to say anything good or bad to change who you are and what you're doing. Keep your opinions to yourself. Stance of non-judgment. I don't judge me. I'm not judging you. Go forth, sister, and do rock. Do your best for the day. Rock your world. Do whatever you need to do. Could you imagine that multiplied 3.5 billion times? The positive effect that will have on the world. And I know it probably sounds pie in the sky, too simple, but you think about it. Everything is made of energy. And we live in an energetic world. We walk through it, tap into it, breathe it, live it every day. But what we are putting out there is positive, non-judgmental, loving, and even if you don't like people, you're not going to like every sister in the world. That's okay. I don't like everybody. Not everyone's going to like me. I've turned the ripe old age of 50. I've come to learn that that's okay. Not everybody has to like me. I can live with that. I don't like everybody myself, but I don't have the right to hurt them. I don't have the right to tear them down because I don't like their shoes or I don't like their hair. No, it's got nothing to do with me. I have to just worry about me and what I'm putting out there. And Lord knows I've gone to Safeways looking fairly average. Doesn't matter. Who cares? We don't have to buy into the commercialization of what we should look like because it lines people's pockets. They create an environment where we're always told we're less than and that we lack and that we don't have this and you don't look like that and you're fat and you're thin and you're tall and you're ugly and you're skinny. And we're constantly being told that to make us feel wrong because people make money from it. And if you want to do that, if you want to buy into that because that makes you feel great, go for it. Not a problem. But everything is about how you feel. It is all about how you feel, and that is the new definition of selfish. It's not being negating your obligations or your family or anything that you really supposed to do. But it's taking the time from those things. I need some rest, I need some time out, and not trying to be everything to everybody. Taking time out to fill your vessel back up again with whatever is your bliss. And the biggest analogy I can give you is that when you get on a plane, they say if there's trouble, put your oxygen mask on first, because you can't help anybody if you can't breathe. So in life, you need to put your bliss oxygen mask on, whatever that bliss is, as often as you can. And then the flow on effect, you can help people, you'll be nicer to be around. You do. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I know I'm rambling, but you can't pour, this is not my saying, someone else's, but you cannot pour from an empty cup. You just can't. And if you haven't got it in here, even for yourself, how can you give it to anybody else? And I don't mean giving yourself to anybody else. I mean, how can you can't give out that energy that will change the world if you haven't got it in here. And I know it's not easy. One of the easiest things you can do, pardon me, is change your negative self-talk into positive, even if it's one thing a day. Just, yep, I did that and that was great. The other ways you can do it is actually being proud of and announcing, telling whoever want you around. Nobody likes a smart aleck, but owning your wins. Yep, I did that. Yep, I've got fabulous kids. Yep, I've got a fabulous house. I'm really proud of what I've done today. We need to own our wins and stop diminishing ourselves just because we're women. It's okay. We are okay. We are allowed to do these things, and it will, I promise you, it will have a massive, massive positive effect on the world if we let ourselves off the hook from all the judgments and all the negative self-talk, accept ourselves for who we are, warts and all. If there's things you really don't like, take steps to change them, that's fine. If it makes you happy, if you can accept them and you love them, fine. But self-acceptance, let yourself off the hook, let all the other sisters off the hook. Just practice non-judgment. Go out there, and if you don't want to engage, just send them I see you, I see you, sister, I see you. Go, you do you your way, I'll do me my way. I see you, off you go, bless you. That's all you need to do. Even think it, and they will feel it. The same way that energetically they feel your judgment. And that's what we're doing. We're contributing to the patriarchy by tearing each other down. And we have to stop it, because we can't keep on this way. Everybody is suffering in a patriarchal world. No one is really allowed to be themselves, men included, because of all the external pressures that are just unspoken of. They're not written down, but we all just know them, that you shouldn't be like this and you shouldn't be like that. I've rambled for nearly 20 minutes. Thank you for having me. If you are interested, my course only goes for just over an hour, about an hour and 15. There's 11 short videos, a meditation, an audio slide to look at, 5 printable PDFs, and a workbook to work through while you're going through it. It's at www.7ladiesempowerment.com, all lowercase. I wish you a fabulous 2019, a whole year of women's empowerment, and it is coming in a big way. We are all starting to realise our worth, and it is just fabulous to watch. We don't lose hope. It is changing, and you can absolutely be the change. So Happy New Year to you. I just wish you every happiness in the world. All my love. Thank you for having me.